All right, buckle up for this one because today's deep dive is going to take us into the art world. And get this, we're talking about a potential Picasso.
A Picasso. Okay, I'm intrigued. You know I love this kind of stuff. What's the story?
Well, it's not your typical art heist or anything. Think more dusty basement, family with absolutely no clue what they've got, and a whole lot of skepticism from, the experts.
You're really setting this up like a mystery.
Yeah.
And when it comes to art, I mean, the provenance, the backstory, that's half the fascination, isn't it?
Exactly. And the source for this deep dive, just a news article about this very painting, but where it starts. 1962 Italy. We've got this guy, Luigi Lorusso. Bit of a treasure hunter, I guess you could say. Always on the lookout for, unique pieces for his family's pawn shop.
Okay, so kind of a pawn shop connoisseur.
Yeah.
I can see it.
Exactly. So he's checking out this estate near Capri, and tucked away in the basement, he finds it. A rounded canvas, portrait of a woman, the classic blue dress, red lipstick.
The signature.
Picasso. Just like that.
Wow. You'd think a name like that would be a dead giveaway, even back then, right?
You'd think so, wouldn't you? But see, that's where it gets even more interesting. Russo's wife. She takes one look at this painting and says it's ugly.
She said what?
Ugly. Can you imagine? So this supposed masterpiece gets tossed aside, literally. First, just a corner of their home, later their restaurant. Gathered dust for, get this, almost 50 years.
Oh, no.
Are you serious? The iron?
Talk about overlooked. This thing was practically part of the furniture,
It really makes you wonder, how many treasures are hidden in plain sight, huh? Just waiting for someone to connect the dots? Well, speaking of connecting the dots, that's where Russo's son comes in. This is where the story gets wild.
Okay, I'm ready. What happened?
Picture this. Andrea, the son, he's flipping through an art history textbook, probably bored out of his mind, and bam, he sees it. Picasso's portrait of Dora Maar.
Wait a minute, hold on. The same portrait?
The resemblance was uncanny. I mean, he couldn't unsee it.
It'd be fate, right.
And it gets better. Andrea does a little digging and boom, discovers Picasso actually lived on Capri in the 1950s, the same era as the style of the painting in their restaurant, no less.
Talk about a light bulb moment. Suddenly that ugly painting, whole new meaning.
And a whole lot of questions. Suddenly, that what if, it was almost too big to ignore.
I bet. But as we all know, with great art comes, well, the art world. And I'm guessing they weren't exactly lining up to call this one a masterpiece.
Let's just say the road to authentication wasn't paved with welcome signs. More like roadblocks and dead ends, actually. Okay, so you got the Lorusso family, right? They're sitting on this painting. Could be a Picasso. But everyone's telling them it's nothing. What would you even do?
I mean, talk about a dilemma. You'd think, okay, you got to be some kind of expert who could just look at this thing.
Exactly. And that's what they did, went straight to those renowned art historians, all excited, got basically laughed at. Imagine that, yeah. Showing up, all hopeful, and they're hit with the shrugs, the dismissive comments, even offers to take it off their hand, like it was some kind of burden.
It's almost more insulting that way, isn't it? Like they're doing them a favor by hauling this worthless thing away.
Right. But something told them not to give up. I mean, gut feeling, something special. So they call in the big guns, the authorities.
Now, hold on. The police, that's a new twist.
And get this, the police weren't even worried about verifying a masterpiece or nothing. First thing, is this thing stolen?
You're kidding. Talk about a curveball.
Suddenly, they're not looking at a potential windfall. They're worried about legal trouble.
Oh, man, the stress.
But here's the thing, right? The painting, still a big old question mark. Not registered as missing, not in any database. So police say, keep it, but we'll see.
Can you imagine this possibly super valuable, potentially stolen thing just sitting there in their house?
Talk about living on the edge. So fast forward, we go all the way to 2019. This painting's tucked away in some Milan basement, practically forgotten.
Wait. So for decades, nothing happens?
Pretty much. But then enter Cinzia Altieri, our hero of the story.
Who's that?
Handwriting expert, seriously good, known for detail, And she gets a look at this thing.
Okay, so this is where the real investigation begins. I'm guessing we're not talking a 5-minute glance at the signature.
Oh, no. We're talking months. Months. She's comparing the signature to, a whole database of known Picasso signatures, every stroke, the pressure, the angle, even the paint itself, the canvas, seeing if it all lines up with when it was supposedly made.
This is like forensic art investigation, isn't it? Someone give this woman a medal.
Right. The dedication. Especially after everyone else had written it off.
Talk about dedication. She must have had a hunch, right? Some feeling there was something there.
Well, she did deliver a verdict, and it's a big one. The signature, she says, is undoubtedly Picasso's. There is no evidence of forgery.
Get out. Seriously.
After all that doubt, imagine the relief for the Russo family. Decades, right? Finally, someone's on their side. Talk about a plot twist, right? Years of no way turn into a definitely Picasso from a pro. But you know how we were talking about value? Well, get this.
Yeah. Now we're talking some serious cash.
Yeah.
Even without the official thumbs up from, the Picasso Foundation in Paris, those experts, they're saying this painting, around 6 million euros.
6 million. Hold on, I got to do the math. So almost $6.5 million.
Give or take. From ugly duckling to, multi-million-dollar swan, this story's got it all.
This is blowing my mind. But okay, so let's say, hypothetically, the Picasso Foundation, they get involved. What then?
That's the million-dollar question, literally. See, that Paris Foundation, they're the big leagues. Their word skyrockets the value, you know what I mean?
So even more than 6 million.
Oh, yeah. Double, triple.
Yeah.
Who knows? The art market's a wild place.
From a dusty basement to, basically a winning lottery ticket, it's incredible. It really makes you think.
Right. What we see, what we value, it's all about perspective, isn't it?
Absolutely. And a little bit of luck, a little persistence. I mean,
Yeah.
Not everyone keep going like that,
Yeah.
Years of being told, nope.
It's a good reminder, though. The world's full of surprises. Could be something amazing right under our noses, right?
That old record collection, that dusty vase, who knows, right? You never know. You might just have the next big masterpiece. And on that note, we're wrapping up this deep dive. Big thanks for joining us on this journey into art, value, and the thrill of the unexpected. Until next time, keep those eyes peeled and those minds open.